ये वाला है क्या? अच्छा अच्छा, नहीं ठीक है। दिस वन ना? मैम यही है ना? हम्म, ठीक। ओके। नाउ after yesterday's class, we will continue from the remaining part, that is supervisory training program. Okay, what is supervisory training program? Okay, see, there are the different, as I have told you in my earlier class, that there are the different levels of training methods. Okay, to managements, they have different level of training. For supervisors, they have different level of training. For executives, they have different level of training. Supervisors, they have different level of training. Though they are using the same equipments, though they are using the same tool. Okay, but the process, procedures, the programs differ, vary from person to person. From ठीक है. So this one is supervisor training program. What is this? Now leadership and management principle. First one is leadership and management principle. Next team development and coordination. Then next is performance and fit. And after that, next one is employee development and coaching. Now, here, here the first one is discuss leadership and management principles. Now, this अभी देखिए. हेलो. स्क्रीन शेयर कीजिए. हाँ. नाउ this leadership management principle been equipped with some supervisors with fundamental principles of leadership and management. Now, in these situations, the leadership and management principle, they follow the different training programs. Okay, they have some different equipments, they use some different tools, they use some different rooms where they can be trained with different levels. Okay, why? Because to upgrade their skills, to develop their skills, so that it will much be helpful for the top level managements or any company or any industry to continue. Okay, this is the number one. And number two is how the team develop with the collaborations. They basically, this collaborations basically focus on building the effective team. Okay, effective in the sense, the person who are well concerned, who are well developed, who know the art of skill properly, they make an effective team, because this team will particularly fostering a positive work environment. This team particularly, this effective team especially will going to fostering a positive work environment. Okay, and that is why they train the supervisor in a dynamic way, in a, what you can say for example, conflict resolution. The first motto is conflict resolution. Okay, just to resolve or resolve the conflict, okay, among the customers. This one is the prior importance given to the supervisor during the training period. Okay, this is the way they develop these collaborations with the team. Then the next one is performance management and feedback. What is this? This will going to develop the skill conducting performance reviews, providing constructive feedback, and setting certain performance expectation from their team. Okay, this will going to provide a constructive feedback. Okay, the management will going to provide the reviews, provide the constructive feedback, just to make the performance, just to measure the parameters of the performance on the different scales on different level, just to check whether the work that been assigned to the management level or to the executive level, whether the work been done properly or not, whether the conflict been resolved properly or not. This is the main motto behind that. Okay. Apart from that, there is another expectation from the management. Remember one thing: any management, they require a expectation. Whatever the reviews or whatever the feedback they are getting from their effective team members, that should be positive. Okay, that should be always positive. They always expect a positive response from their team effort. Okay, this is the main criteria for doing this. Okay, so training, investing on the training and not getting the proper result, not getting the positive result, then the management will think of the teams. Okay, may they will going to change the team, may they will going to replace the team, or the management may feel that more trainings required to the effective team. Okay, that is why feedback is one of the most important part in the management process, because on the basis of feedback, they can come to know whether the performance done by the team is up to their mark or not, is they meet up their parameters or not. That is why this one is very important. That is the project management feedback. Then comes to the next is employee development and coaching. This is another one. Employee development coaching. What is this? Now, this train the supervisors on identifying employees' strength and weakness, providing coaching and members, and facilitating employee growth and development. This is another important. What they will do? This will going to train or identify the employee's strength, okay, and weakness, providing coaching and members and facilitating employees growth and development. This criteria is another important. In this training program, supervisory training program, this employee development and coaching is another important. As I have told you in my earlier points, that if the management feel the team is not effective or not performing their responsibilities or duties that has been assigned to them, assigned to the team properly, then what they will do, going to do, they will going to make another discussions, or they will going to set this uh, or they will going to identify the strength and weakness of the team, where the team is lacking behind, and according to that, okay, they will going to work on that. Either they will going to provide you a new way of training methods. Okay, they will going to keep a sharp observations on the team. Okay, whether where the team is lacking behind. Okay, and after that, they will going to develop the growth of the employee. They will going to develop the skill of the employees, whether the skill that been given during the training period, whether it is being fruitful or not. They will going to check on the parameters. Okay, this is the another important perspective point of view. Okay, so they they are very keen, and they keep a very sharp observation on the team that they have built by their own. They, if even if possible, the management will going to coaching, management will provide the coachings to the respective team that they have been made prepared. Why? Because the finally this team will going to perform, this team will going to make a result out of it. Whatever the management is expecting, that expectation can only be met up by this particular team. So the management, every company's management or every industry's management in any sectors, they are very much precautions, they take very precautions, they take many measurements regarding this supervising training process, because team building is not an easy task. Okay, some of the teams, maybe one of any member in the team may be lacking on some areas, maybe someone is lacking in some other areas. So to make them unite and to make them work properly all together, their performance need to be evaluated on time to time. That is why managements are very much concerned about this particular team. about their team which they have been selected. Okay, because finally this team will going to perform or make you the performance according to the expectation of the management. Okay, that is why they are very much keen, or they are very much put a sharp observation, keep a sharp observations on this training program. So these are the process of supervising training programs. Number one is leadership management principles. Number two, team development and collaborations, performance management and feedback, employee development and coaching. So if we divide that, if the question may going to come that what are the supervisory training programs assigned to the teams, then you need to write down this point. First one, they will going to grow, or they will going to give a training on leadership and management principles. What are the principles of the management and what are the leadership qualities that you are having? They will going to give you the training on this. After that, they will going to give you the training on that how to develop a team and how to work with the team, how to collaborate with the team. Okay. The third one, they will going to again give you the training on the performance management and feedback. They will going to work on this, how the management will going to perform, how what are the feedbacks. Okay, they will going to work on that. And after that, last one is employee development coaching. Employee development coaching. This one is another important part where they will going to develop, where they will going to train how to train the employees under your supervisor, under your supervision. Okay, because each and every individual supervisor has their own member. So if the supervisor being trained properly through the proper way of channel or proper way of training, then only a supervisor can train their lower level workers or lower level executives. That is why in the last part, they will going to train you how to develop the employees working under your supervision. And also they will going to give you the coaching ideas how to develop the employability skill among the employers. So these are the training programs given to the supervisors. Okay, I hope you understood. Ma'am, please go to the last slide. Okay, now the last slide of is what are the challenges and opportunities for top executive, top training executives. Okay, I have already mentioned you earlier that different level of training processes are there, different levels of trainings are there for different. Now, what are the opportunities for top level executive, training executive? This one is another important part. So, number one is challenges, opportunities. Okay. Number two, time constraints, tailored program designed for busy executives. Then the third one is restraints, resistance to change, focus on executive coaching and personalized development. The fourth one is lack of engagement, interactive learning method, real world case studies, and peer to peer collaborations. What do you mean by this peer to peer collaborations? Means higher executives or higher managements working under top level managements can make a collaborations, can talk with other top level managements. That is called peer to peer collaborations. Peer means top level. Okay, maybe of any education industry, maybe of any other industries. Okay, peer means top level managements. So here peer to peer collaborations means may you can have advice, may you can take some help from other peer person. Okay, other peer companies, managements, super higher level managements, executives. Okay, the last point is measuring effectiveness. What is this measuring effectiveness? Focus on practical application of skills and impact on business outcome. Okay, focus on practical application of skills and impact on business outcomes. So these are the opportunities and challenges. What are the challenges? First one is challenges. Lot of challenges are there nowadays. Remember one thing, in every sector there is a time constraint. In every sector, say for example, we have also been challenges, we have also the challenges. Say, what is the challenges? We need to complete the syllabus on time, we need to take examination on time. Okay, at the same way in different other industries, they've been given they've been given some other options. Okay, they are also having some other things. Okay, now suppose they are been bounded with the time, within this stipulated amount of time you need to complete this particular work, otherwise maybe you are been out of the job. Now say for example bankers, especially for the bankers working inside the bank. Okay, the salesman, sales executive. Okay, what is, they are been bounded with the time, they are been constrained with the time. Okay, they are been constrained with the time, within the time you need to complete your work, you need to complete your work, otherwise it will is difficult. Okay, for you to compete with the other companies. Okay, this is another important part, time constraint, you need to complete each and everything within the time. After that, resistance to change, this is another important part. From the day one, when I started unit 1 teaching about on the topic, teaching on the topic training, I have already told you that some particular persons are there, some managements, top level managements are there who doesn't want to change. Okay, who doesn't want to change. This is another challenges for the managements to make the people change according to the situations, according to the environment. You need to keep changing, you need to keep rolling, then only you can learn. If you remain constrained on in one positions, then how it is possible for somebody else to make any changes? If you need to cope up, if you need to match up yourself with some other peer companies, then you need to make yourself changes. Okay, now see for example nowadays, I am just giving the examples of education industry because I am been uh, part of it. Now see, remember one thing, in this education industry lot of changes are there. Suppose in our school days, what the teachers used to do, the teacher used to teach in with chalk, duster, and a blackboard with books. Nowadays, it has been completely the theory of means learning or the theory of teaching has been completely changed. Now, see, for example, I am giving online classes. I have prepared the PPT. I am sharing with the ma'am. Ma'am is sharing with you, and you are attending the classes through my PPT. So everything is so much means easier for somebody else to learn. Okay, now if say for example I not try to change according to the situation, will it be possible for ma'am or will it be possible for me to continue that old through this old teaching method? Will it be possible? No, nobody will going to accept, nobody will going to accept that old teaching principles or old teaching methods. Okay, every now and then it's been changing, rapidly changing. Now projectors are there, you need to keep a PPT, you need to prepare a PPT. Through the projectors you can give each and everything. Lot of apps are there, through that particular apps you can give the assignments to the students, you can take examination through that apps. Okay, university and many engineering colleges have using that particular app. Through that particular app you can give assignment to the particular students, to any student. You can take online internal examinations through that particular app. See, the model been changed. Now if the faculty, say for example XYZ faculty, doesn't want to change, does remain in that constant position, want to retain that constant position, he doesn't want to change, what will happen? Either he need to be quit from the job, or rather management will tell the particular XYZ faculty that please sir, stop here, no need to continue. They will going for some other options. So according to the situations you need to upgrade yourself, you need to change yourself. This is another challenges for the supervisor to restrain to changes. Okay, another lack of engagements. Now this is another important part. Lack of engagements means, say for example, I am being assigned, for example, I am being assigned to train MBA students regarding training and placements, regarding job interviews. What are the do's and don'ts you need to do at the time of cracking job interviews? What are the policies you need to acquire to crack the job interviews? What are the means salary? How to negotiate a salary? Okay, how to negotiate a salary? This one is a big particular art. What is grooming? Okay, you need to understand what is grooming. Okay, how you need to how what are the etiquettes required to sit in front of an HR to give interview? You need to have an etiquette. So suppose if I'm a trainer, I'm training all these things to an MBA students. Now, if I cannot engage the particular student, I cannot engage the group of the students properly and communicate with them properly, then finally what will happen? All goes in vain. Okay, means the teacher is also fail and the student will also going to fail because the trainer is not up to the mark. So you need to have a engagement among the students. You need to keep an engagement among the students. Then only it is possible. Okay. Now, if the communication is not proper, one way of communication is proper, another way of communication is not proper. There is only in the channel of communications, you can see only one way of communication is going on. Then there is automatically there will be the lack of engagements. You know, I have already teach you in the previous MBA classes when you are in the first or second semester, you have a communication part. And in that part, channel or flow of communication is there. So in that flow of communication, the flow of communication must be in two ways: receiver and what is called receiver and sender. One of the most important part of communication, channel of communication, receiver and sender. If sender is sending any information, if sender is continuing with the communication, if there is no response from the others, responses from the other side, then there is a lack of engagement. That challenges is one of the most important part in the management sector. And the last one is measuring effectiveness. You need to measuring effectiveness in the sense feedback. Whatever the trainings, through trainings been given to the management or executive, whether the training is fruitful for the management or not, you need to think of it. Then only you can come to know that yes, whatever the things I have trained to the particular management or to the particular supervisor or the group of supervisor, it is come fruitful, it is effectiveness. So these are the challenges: challenge, time constraint, restraint to change, lack of engagement, and measuring effectiveness. These five are the most important challenges for every management to meet up. Now, what are the opportunities you are having? Number one is tailored program designed for busy executive. Tailored, what do you mean by tailored program? Means already been synchronized. The syllabus has been synchronized. The syllabus is made according to the working executives or busy executives. Say, for example, maybe in JITS, maybe in some colleges, a lot of students are there who are doing job. Okay, now for those students, it is very difficult for them to continue and regular in the classes. So what will the management will do of any such colleges? The management will prepare other syllabuses, some short and precise syllabus of that particular candidates, group of candidates, not particular candidates, of group of candidates. That is called tailored made programs. And through this tailored made program, they will going to give you the trainings. Okay, so that you can, in the busy schedule, you can continue your work also, side by side, you can continue the training process. Okay, nowadays, this is the one of the most important thing. You can already see in some many engineering colleges are there, they are taking working professionals. Now they are enrolling the students from working professionals. What does it mean? Working professional, maybe some students are there who are working in Tata apprenticeships, Tata steel plant or any other plant. Now they want to complete their BTech. Now they want to complete their MBA and all. So the university or AICT or JUT has prepared such syllabus only for the working professionals. Okay, they prepared the syllabus is some different for the working professionals, and according to that, they teachers assigned the teachers been assigned, and according to the syllabus, they go on teaching the working professionals. Okay, because of their busy schedules. Number two is focus on excellent coaching and performance development, personalized development. Focus on executive coaching and personalized development. This one is another important part. You need to develop on the focus. You need to focus on the executive coachings, means the trainings. You need to focus on the trainers and the training. What are the methods of training they are giving? You need to focus on that. And apart from that, you need to develop the your own development. You need to check your own development, whether I am developing through this training methods, through this training process or not. This is another important part. Then interactive learning methods. You need to be very much interactive. Learning method means communication must be strong. The classes must be interactive. If the sender is sending any informations, that there is must be some good response, and the response who is receiving the messages, they also communicate through this interactive. The session must be interactive. Only one way of communication is not going to fulfill the complete training methods. Okay, then they have a peer-to-peer collaborations. I have already told you, management, higher level managements can meet up with higher level executives or managements. Okay, they make a collaborations, they communicate with the through the training process, and they can talk on their own developments. Last one is focus on practical application of skill and impact on business executives, on business outcomes. Focus on practical application of skills, okay, and impact on business outcome. Okay, obviously this one is very important part. If you focus on your practical application skills, if you develop your own skill, if you develop your own ideas, then automatically what will happen? This will going to put a much emphasis or much impact on the business outcome. Your business outcome will be 100%. Say for example, if a students give their 100% dedications on learning, getting trained from their respective faculties, finally the result will be fruitful. Obviously, no, the result will come fruitful. So these are the challenges and these are the opportunities, you can say, for the training purpose. I hope you understood. Ma'am, it's completed. Can I go with my text? Ma'am, ये तो complete हो गया. Can I go with my text? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, now unit 3. See, unit 3, unit 1 with what is training, needs and importance of training, implementation of training. It is in unit 1. Unit 2, what I just now I have completed, it is about the higher level training methods. Okay, it's all about the higher level training methods, how to train the supervisors, how to train the higher level executive, how to train the top level peer managements. Okay, this about all this. Now in unit 3, we will going to learn what are the how to identify the training needs. This one is another important thing. How, if somebody will tell you that you need to have a training, you don't know whether and how and where I need to get trained, then what will happen? The result, the outcome will be zero. First of all, you need to identify. That's why in unit 3, see the heading, identify the training needs. What is the training needs concept? How to manage training and development, how to develop assessment, then industrial learning needs, then comes to that analysis and information of the training, then comes next is issues in the training, location of the training, what is the duration of the training, what is training percentage, training plan, training design, elements of training, what are the strategies and role of training in business. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, ये छोटा प्रिसाइज नहीं है. ट्रेनिंग इज अ वास्ट एरियाज. Then what are the limitations of training? What are the implementation of training? What are training policies? What are the factors which influence training policies? What are the contents of training policies? And what are the advantage of training policies? मतलब जो लास्ट पार्ट हम पढ़ेंगे, यूनिट 3 का जो लास्ट पार्ट है, उसमें हम पढ़ेंगे पॉलिसीज. We will going to read on different policies. What are the different policies of training method? How to implement training policies? What are the factors influencing the training policies? What are the contents of the training policies? And what are the advantages of the training policies? Okay, so let us start with the unit 3. First is identify the training needs. We are going to learn how to identify the training needs. Okay, this one is important. How to identify the training needs. See, to identify the training needs, you can conduct a training need analysis. In short, it is called TNA. This class is very important. Okay, this one is very, very new things to you. And this training methods consist of unit 1, unit 2, and unit 3. And in this last unit, which is in last part, that is TNA, which is very important, training needs and analysis. First of all, you need to understand what is the needs of the training, how to analyze this training. Okay, first of all is training needs assessment. Now, what is this training needs assessment? This is the first step in identifying the training needs. This is the first step in identifying the training needs. How it going to help the organizations to understand their employees' current skill and knowledge levels. Okay, this will going to identify the current skill and knowledge levels. Then comes to the next is training needs analysis. This evaluate the difference between employees' current and desired skill and performance. Okay, analyze. कैसे analyze करना है? This particular part, जैसे TNA, training need analysis, this will going to differentiate between employees' current situation and desired skill. Desired skill. Look at the word desired skill. What is the skill you desired to have? And your performance. These are the three aspects of training need analysis. Employees' current situations. Where are you working? What type of work you are been assigning? Whether you are satisfied with the work that has been assigned to you or not, and what is the outcome of your work that has been assigned to you. This one is very important. This is called the current situation. Say, for example, you are an MBA student. Now, say, for example, being an MBA student, you are not being given any work related to the management. Say, for example, you are been working in non-IT technical professions. Say, for example, KPO or BPO, business process outsourcing. So the work which has been assigned to you may not be suitable because you are not come here or not join the industry or not join the firm to do this type of work. Means according to your merit, according to your the subjects, according to your that you have come through, you are not getting the fruitful result. You are not getting the suitable works which has been you are desiring to work. So आजकल की इंडस्ट्रीज में ये बहुत बड़ा एक मतलब क्या ये चीज को देखा जाता है कि ट्रेनिंग नीड्स एनालिसिस किया जाता है ईच एंड एवरी एम्प्लॉइज व्हाट इज योर क्वालिफिकेशन एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वालिफिकेशन द वर्क दैट इज बीन असाइंड टू यू is fruitful for you or not, and if it has been assigned to you, how much you are capable enough to pull up the work, pull that particular work, and what is your performance during this tenure, during the tenure. What is your performance? This is called training need analysis. They will going to measure, and after that, they if the management feel that this particular candidate or this employee, he is not been subjected to do this particular work according to the merit, then they will look for your desired skill. They will going to ask for your desired skill. Say, for example, you are doing MBA, maybe you have a specialization paper for human resource, HR or marketing, then they will going to give you the training on your skills oriented, that is HR paper, or sales, or say for example, sales means skills they will going to give you on your according to your demand. And after giving you the training of the desired skill that you want, they will again going to check your performance. They will again going to evaluate your performance. And according to the parameters or according to the numbers that you have scored, they will going to make your promotions. They will going to make your promotions. They will going to give your promotions. They will going to give you an appraisal. Understood? This is called training need analysis. Okay. Now, what are the objectives of training needs analysis? This training need analysis have different objectives. First of all, define training objectives. Next, access current skill. Okay. Identify the gaps. Next, engage for feedback. And the last, benchmark against the industry. These are the 5 important areas they used to work on training need analysis. They used to work on this training need analysis. These are the 5 areas, okay, they used to work. Now, apart from this, there are other methods for identifying the training needs. Now, what are they? Number one, skill gap analysis. Skill gap analysis. Number two, organizational analysis. These are the two important analysis or two important factors which you can identify where are the gaps are there, where you required more and more training. Okay. Now, skill gap analysis, what will happen in this analysis? They will going to show what skill need to be trained or developed in short term. Okay. What skill you need to be developed in short and term. Next है organizational analysis. In this method, they will going to look in term of training to meet its goals and objective. Okay. In this organizational needs in terms of training, they will going to check the goals and objectives of the training. Okay, so hence you can see that the training is only beneficial if it helps employees increase productivity and achieve organizational goals. Okay, and just to conduct training, you can evaluate the performance. Okay, you can evaluate the performance according to the training and according to the merits of the training. Okay, this is called identified training needs. Now, see next important part, and there may be some questions related to this. Suppose if they going to tell you that analyze the or discuss the training needs or analyze the training needs concept, then you can write it down. But if they ask the question steps for identify employing training needs, then you need to jot down the points only. You need to write the points only. The 7 steps for identifying employees training needs is number 1, set clear expectation for each role. Okay, set clear expectations for each role, monitor employees performance, ask away, analysis, make the most of the personal development plan, use focus group to understand employee training and development needs, set up a system for mentoring and coaching. Okay, these are the 7 areas to identify that you need or any employee needs training. Okay, number 1 is set clear expectation for each role. Number 2, monitor employee performance. Number 2, analysis. Number 4, make the most of personal development. Number 5, use focus group to understand employees training and development need. Number 6, set up a system of mentoring and coaching. Number 7 is feedback. So these are the 7 areas how to identify the training needs. ठीक है. Now ये तो हो गया है how to identify the training needs. Now the next topic is how to manage training and development needs assessment. How to develop, or identify, whatever, same thing है. Questions अगर इस तरह से आएगा तो don't get confused. You need to answer the same. How to manage, how to manage how to manage training and development. Okay, how to manage training and development. Okay, this is our next topic. So there are the 12 strategies to improve and training development. Okay, there are the 12 important strategies where you can identify or manage training and development. Okay, number 1, identify your need. This one is very important. First of all, you need to identify what is your needs. What is your need? You need to identify this. Next, analyze staff performance. This one is the next important. Analyze staff performance. Next, third is set realistic goals. Set realistic goals. Fourth, create metrics to measure progress. Create metrics to measure progress. Fifth, engage with your employees. Sixth, match training and development with employees and management goal. Create a formal program. Start small and stay small. Start small and stay small. एक मिनट रुक जाओ. Number 9, provide various training type. Number 10, set aside time for regular constructive feedback. Means feedback important. Then training and development strategies based on employee feedback. The last one is important. Measure the outcomes. So these are the 12 important areas you need to improve training and strategies. Okay. Identify your need, analyze staff performance. You need to audit company's performance. You need to analyze company's levels, employee feeling about their contributions. Okay, through this you can analyze the staff. Then set realistic goal. Okay, from higher productivity and quality to consumer and employee satisfaction, working towards an established goal, it is a key training recommendation. Then comes to the next, create metrics to measure progress. This one is another important part. This is metrics to measure training and development strategies. Can be simple, but managers should incorporate them in every step. Say, for example, cost of training, completion rates, and employee goal impact. This one is called the create metrics to measure the progress. Then engage with your employees, understanding the employee needs. Okay, accelerate your company's ability to achieve business goal. Through this you can engage your employees. Okay, another way to engage the employability, just to understand what are the responsibilities do you find in challenges. Okay, what resources do you need to succeed in the role. Third one is, how do you feel learning new things. The fourth one, are the projects or position that interest you and your growth. And the fifth one, what are the new areas or skill you need to explore. Okay, these are the areas you need to work on that. Okay, after that, the sixth point is match training and development with employee and management goal. This is another important part. Active participation in training and development strategies is one of the qualities of a great management skill. Then create a formal program. This is another. Through this effective training strategies and consistent and iterative form of goal setting to application and measurement, there a formal approach is better than ad hoc training, and ensure all terms member have regular access to more training opportunities. Means there must be a formal program, not informal. Casual या informal programs नहीं होना चाहिए. Whatever the programs you will having, they must be having a very group and formal program. Then start small and stay small. Means rolling out a massive training and development program can be overwhelming and hard to maintain. Okay, starting with smaller pilot program that evolve with a goal setting, metric measurement and companies communications are also beneficial. Then providing various training types such as lectures, on-job training, group discussions, game and quizzes, videos, okay, and stimulation. Okay, stimulations. What do you mean by this stimulation? Stimulation means realistic scenarios presented in a environment. Realistic scenarios, allowing individual to apply learning and make improvement before applying it to the real world. Okay, finding right balance of different training types takes time and communication with all level throughout the organization, but the investment is well worth the effort. These are the areas you need to work on that. Then comes to the next number 10th is set aside time for regular constructive feedback. Okay, set aside time for regular and constructive feedback such as meeting, group discussion, evaluation. This is the three are the important areas through which you can give or make a constructive feedback. And then training and development strategies based on employee feedback. Okay, and the last one is measure the outcome. Okay, so these are the areas where you need to understand where I going to stand and how I manage the trainings, or what are the needs for my assessment and development on training. Okay, then comes to the next is needs analysis. Issues in training. What are the issues in training? This is another important topic. Issues in training and development. Okay, I think this topic I have told you in my unit 1 also. What are the issues and training development? First one is irrelevant trainings. Irrelevant training. Okay, this one is another important part. Irrelevant training. Let us if this topic is been shared again, means I need to elaborate it. Okay, now see training and development problem and solutions. First of all, you need to understand the workload that is assigned to any employee. First of all, understand the workload assigned to any employee. Okay, now how to overcome. Then the next one is ineffective training method. वर्कलोड तो पहला पॉइंट है. दूसरा पॉइंट में हम लोग आ जाते हैं इनइफेक्टिव ट्रेनिंग मेथड्स such as workshop or instructions manual may not be the best route for your people if they are used to learning virtually or via technology in their time. Okay, means ineffective training methods का मतलब क्या है? Whatever the trainers training you, maybe the trainer is not trained properly, the knowledge the trainer is having is not sufficient. Okay, or the virtual information or the virtual training equipments that are being using is not aware to the employees. Okay, they don't know how to use these virtual training methods. Okay, or whatever the technologies they are using, maybe the technologies has not been taught to them properly, or maybe the technology is outdated or backdated. Any one of the problem. This comes under all ineffective training method. This all comes under ineffective training method. Okay. Now, how to overcome this method? How to overcome on this method? Now, during this ineffective training methods, you need to be consistent in timing and in training. Two important part. You need to be very much consistent in timing and in training. If you want to overcome through these situations, two most vital information that I'm sharing with you. Number one is consistent training and consistent timing. Okay. Only these two most important are there, but these two are the most important part. You can come to this, overcome the challenges. Okay. So these are the areas you need to learn that and you need to develop. Then comes to the next is location of the training. Then next one is proper location of the training. It is important. See, location is very important. You cannot train the proper, if you are not training any employee in a proper location with proper equipments, with proper tool, with proper facilities, then maybe the training which you are trying to give to the employees, maybe that thing is not comes fruitful. Okay, so the location of the training can be training center. See, the location of the training can be training center, a company's premises, or other another location. Say, for example, training center, a place where training take place. Okay, कहाँ कहाँ ले सकते हैं हम ट्रेनिंग? देखो, सबसे पहले ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स में हम लोग ट्रेनिंग करवा सकते हैं, जहां पर ट्रेनिंग सिर्फ और सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग ही दिया जाता है, ट्रेन किया जाता है. जैसे if in Tata Steel plant there is some other division is there, other division is there, training and development division is there. You can see towards Sakchi, if you are going towards your left, when you are going towards Sakchi, towards your left, you can see the there is some corner is there, some area is there when it's been means properly boundaried with a wall, boundary wall is there, and there the training and development is there. Means they, Tata Steel plant use only that particular centers where you can give, where they can give their employees the best training and development. Okay. Now, see, for example, when by giving the training and development method, by giving the training to the employees, if you want to give the trainer or trainers more training, then you cannot give the training in the workshop or in the working areas where the employee is working. You cannot give the training. No, it is not the correct area, because during the training, maybe lot of chances are there to make mistakes. And in the final workshop or in the final work areas, there is a hardly any chance to make any mistake. So there is a difference. So that is why training locations is very important. And in training locations, training centers is one of the most important part, an important role to play to give training to the employee. Then company premises, और कहाँ ट्रेनिंग हो सकता है? कंपनी प्रेमिसेस में हो सकता है. A company onshore or offshore premises can be a location of the training. और कहाँ कहाँ हो सकता है? A company's onshore or offshore premises can be a location for training. Another important part. Now, what are the other locations? Training can be placed on floating construction, equipment, vessel, offshore installations. यहां पर भी आप कर सकते हैं. मीन्स विजुअलाइजेशंस, ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग्स, थ्रू एआई ट्रेनिंग्स, ओके, थ्रू इक्विपमेंट्स, ठीक है, इंस्टॉलेशन प्रोसेस, वीएफएक्स, 3Ds, यहां से भी आप अदर लोकेशंस के माध्यम से आप ट्रेनिंग करवा सकते हैं। ठीक है, ये है ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग पर्पस। एक्सक्यूज मी मैम, हेलो मैम, नेक्स्ट क्लास है क्या ना, मैं कंटिन्यू करूं? तो मैं कंटिन्यू कर सकता हूं, तब ये यूनिट 3 पूरा पूरा कंप्लीट हो जाएगा। नहीं तो मैम बहुत फास्ट सिलेबस है। शरद शरदजीत शरदजीत को पढ़ा रहा था तो मुझे ये दिमाग से निकल गया था, आज जब सिलेबस देखा तो माथा खराब हो गया, बहुत सारा यूनिट है। ठीक है मैम, तो इसको कंटिन्यू करता हूँ। ओके, द नेक्स्ट इज अदर लोकेशंस। माथा, other trainings can be placed on, acha. Now when choosing a training location, it is important to consider what are the areas you need to consider where I need to get trained. This is another important part. Okay, this is another important part. You need to understand where are the areas. Okay, where are the areas you need to work, what are the areas you need to work on that. Now when choosing a training location, it is important to consider the accessibility. Remember one thing, during the training locations, you should understand the accessibility of training. The location should be easy to reach by all modes of transportation. Accessibility जरूरी है। ठीक है, अगर आप ट्रेन करवा रहे हो, किसी ट्रेनर्स को ट्रेन करवा रहे हो, लेकिन वो अपने पर्टिकुलर जगह पर पहुंच ही नहीं पा रहे हैं, he cannot reach the destination on time, then it is of no use of giving training. So ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स ऐसी जगह होना चाहिए जहां पर इजीली एक्सेसिबल हो एम्प्लॉइज को, जहां वो जब चाहे जैसे उनको बुलाया जाए वो तुरंत उस जगह पर पहुंच जाते हैं। देखिए, if you locate the training centers of highly reputed companies, you can see those training centers are the means located in the epicenters of the city, of any town, cities or places। एपिसेंटर्स में है, जैसे टाटा स्टील प्लांट साक्षी के एकदम बगल में है, बिकॉज साक्षी इज एन एरिया, इज अ मेन एरिया, टुवर्ड्स साक्षी इज अ मेन एरिया। If you want to go towards Sakchi, towards Bistupur, you need to cross that particular area. So steel plant, Tata Steel Plant has created that training centers in such a place where every workers, every vendors, every employees, those who are undergoing through the training process, they can easily access to that particular place. Okay, so the modes of the transportation is very means what you can say, the modes of the transportation is easily available. You can come on bus, you can come through motorbike, you can come through auto, you, if you are having some personal own vehicle, you can come on your own vehicle. Okay, so no, there is no any issue, it is very easily accessible. Next one is comfort. Another important part is comfort. Delegates should be feel comfortable in the surroundings, of course. Epicenters, the training centers, the place where the training centers is located should be located. It should be open environment, friendly environment. Okay, the training center shouldn't be placed in a congested areas, so that the delegates or the employees who are coming to train or undergo through the process of the training, they feel suffocated. No, this is not the place to get the training. No, it cannot be like this. So you can see the big areas or the big sectors. If you go to the Chennai, I'm just giving you an example of Chennai. Recently, one of my faculty has visited over there for workshop on regarding their PhD submission and thesis submission and all. The work is over. So he has got 2 days. The work is over. Whatever the thesis and PhD related works, pre-submission related work, that has been over. Okay, he has got 2 days to stay over there. So he visited the Chennai city and he shared the experience with us that Chennai, you can see the Chennai is have a lot of industrial belts are there. Okay, now In according to their industrial belts, the locations where they give their training is somehow means in an open areas, in an open land. The environment where the trainings are being given are so greeneries. The environment is so friendly, greenery and friendly, that everybody, anyone who are coming and staying there to get the training, they can easily access that training. For them, it is a very, very suitable place and very friendly places to get the training. So developed there, and facilities are available there. Facility, bus facilities, okay, available there. Canteens are available. Okay, you can have option for food. You can option for having options for lodging. Somehow, some employees are there who are coming from a long distance, traveling from a long distance, so they can stay there inside the training house. Okay, some delegates are there who are staying inside the delegate hall. They are giving with a proper fooding. They are giving with a proper lodging. Each and everything. Lot of facilities are being provided. Then only you can complete the training process. Now, otherwise, if this facilities is being deprived of from the delegates, then finally what will happen? The training will not become fruitful. Okay, so you need to check the comfort zone. This is another important part. उसके बाद है on site or off site. On site or off site. If the facility has a suitable place and hosting the training would not disrupt the staff, on site training can be a very good option. Okay, it is off-site training is okay. You need to undergo with a lot of arrangements for off-site training. So nowadays, the policies is that many big companies, they have a policies that you can sit in your, you can reside or you can stay at your own workplace, and through online or through on-site training, you can have the training. Okay, because maybe off-site training, lot of arrangements have to be made. Maybe to some employees it is suitable, to some not. Maybe the result is not fruitful. Maybe the result is not coming fruitful. So through the survey and through lot of data collections and all, the companies who are trying to give the employees a proper training, what they used to do, they used to prefer on-site training. They used to prefer on-site training. Very safe, reliable, and competent enough. Okay, 100% result. But for off-site training, sometimes you find difficult in doing off-site training purpose. Okay, so this is the areas where you need to choose a training location. These are the areas where you need to the training locations. Now, there may be a questions that what is the meaning of on-location training? Now, this is maybe come to a short questions you need to understand. So, on-site training is the training which is being delivered to an organization employees at its sites or another locations arranged by the organization. At its sites means, say for example, the training, the training equipments, the training schedules, the training, whatever the training details may be shared on your mail ID. You need to just create an, you click on your mail ID. There will be a page is there. In that page, there is some other link is there. You need to click on the link. Your training start. You need to sit at your own workplace and start doing training. This is one way of on-site training. There is another way of on-site training is maybe the employee or maybe the company will going to locate or arrange special training areas, particularly not the training areas which the company is preferring. Say for example, Tata Steel plant has its own training centers. Okay, now some employees who are maybe some from other country, maybe some other town, maybe from other city, they are coming. So Tata Steel plant management found that the place where I kept this training may not be suitable for other trainers who are coming from other town or cities. So what they will do, they will going to make an arrangement for on-site training. Now, on-site training means they will going to locate such a place, such a epicenter of a city where they can give the training to maximum number of employees. Understood? Maximum number of employees. Maybe in the training centers where it has been located may not be suitable for, say, 50% of the employees may not able to reach on time to that proper training places. So in on-site training platform, they will going to make an arrangements in a hotel. They will going to make an arrangements in a school or college where they can give on-site training method, which can easily be accessible to any one employees that are coming from other town or other cities. Am I got it? This is also another way of on-site training platform. Okay, I think you understood this one on issues of training, location of the training. Now the next one is duration of training. This one is another. What should be the duration of training? This is another important part. What should be the duration of training? So this is the another. We have completed the location of the training. Now comes to the next is the duration of the training. See, the duration of training depends on the type of training and the goals of the training program. Understood? So the duration of the training may depends on the type of training, or you can see the goal of the training program. Anyone you can choose, type of training or the goals of the training. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ट्रेनिंग टाइप, पहले आते हैं ट्रेनिंग टाइप में ये क्या होता है ट्रेनिंग टाइप्स. सी फॉर एग्जाम्पल, in person instruction lead to training at least for 30 minutes. Say an instructor giving you the training, say at least for 30 minutes to a week or more. If the training is going on continue or scheduled for 1 week, then a trainer at least give 30 to 45 minutes of training each and every day. Are you getting my points? If the training continues for a week, I'm not telling, suppose say for example, in our case, I'm telling for education, in education industry, what I'm telling, we have a faculty development program. Simply I'm telling you, 5 weeks of faculty development program, 2 weeks, not 5 weeks, sorry, 2 weeks of faculty development program, or 1 week of faculty development program. So during this 1 week of faculty development program or 2 weeks of faculty development program, the trainer who is going to train us, or they will going to develop our training or give us the training, they will make a slot of 30 minutes for every day, because we need to have a classes, we need to arrange our classes, and after arranging the classes we need to sit for our online training. Compulsory we need to go, because each and everything is being monitored by the managements. How many faculties joined that particular site, how many faculties listening. There is a lot of pros and there are a lot of you need lot of things are there, you need to important issues are there, you need to understand. First of all, if you join the training, online training, you need to have a very good mobile. Okay, that is internet connections must be, and apart from that you need to switch on the camera also, so that management can see that during this 30 minutes of training every day you are attending, and for 30 minutes you are remaining there in the training and get your training. This is one of the most important part. So that is why if the training is continue for 30 to 45 minutes, if the training is continue for 1 week or 2 weeks, say for a 14 days training, 10 days training, 7 days a week training program, then you need to, means a trainer need to give at least 30 to 45 minutes of training every day, means for one period. Okay, this is the training duration. Remember one thing, at least 30 minutes a week or more. लेकिन इसमें एक बात है, while the virtual instructor lead training sessions are typically an 1 hour or less, लेकिन अगर virtual training हो रहा है, ये तो ऑन साइट ट्रेनिंग की बात कर रहा था, लेकिन अगर virtual training हो रहा है, ठीक है, you need to give at least 1 hour or more. Okay, 1 hour or more to continue your virtual training. 1 घंटे से ज्यादा आपको वर्चुअल ट्रेनिंग में रहना पड़ेगा फॉर अ वीक, देन ओनली योर ट्रेनिंग प्रोसेस विल बी कंप्लीटेड. वर्चुअल ट्रेनिंग्स में उतना रेस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं होता है. यू कैन कंटिन्यू फॉर मोर देन 1 आवर. बट ऑन साइट ट्रेनिंग मेथड्स अगर डिफरेंट पहला वाला हो, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, कोई दूसरे जगह पे जाके आपको ट्रेनिंग दिया जा रहा है, सपोज कोई होटल बुक कर लिया गया है, उस होटल में जाके एम्प्लॉयज रह रहे हैं, वहां पर सब कुछ फैसिलिटीज दिया गया है, 1 वीक आपको रहना है और ट्रेनिंग करना है, तो क्या है वहां पर ज्यादा से ज्यादा आप 30 मिनट से ज्यादा एक्वायर नहीं कर सकते हो. 45 to 30 मिनट्स. क्यों? सपोज से फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे आर ऑक्युपाइंग अ बैंक्वेट हॉल in a hotel. Now, maybe they have some other programs in the banquet hall on any specific day. That is why the hotel managements or the hotel managements or the hotel managers, they deploy or they give special instructions to the management that only for 30 minutes to 45 minutes we can spare you the banquet for every day, not more than that. And according to the, not according to your time, the time will be set according to the banquet manager. Say for example, from 9:30 to 10:20, 9:30 to 10:10 or 10:20 or 10:30, you can use this banquet hall. After that, you cannot use this banquet hall. This is the 2 ways of on-site training process. ठीक है, ये तो हो गया ट्रेनिंग टाइप. अब आ जाते हैं ट्रेनिंग गोल्स. व्हाट आर द ट्रेनिंग गोल्स? Now, the length of a training program can have a big impact on how well the learning objectives are met. Okay, so the length of training program can have a big impact on how well the training objectives are met. If the program is too long, it can be difficult to keep the audience attention, of course, while if it is too short, it might not cover everything the needs to be taught. ये एक अलग सा परेशानी होता है ट्रेनर्स को ट्रेनिंग कंप्लीट करवाने के लिए. जैसे कॉलेजेस में इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम होता है, many motivational speakers coming from different areas, different colleges come down to give motivational speech, keeping in the mind of fresher students. Now, at the back of the mind, they have the time slot that within this stipulated time, I need to complete my speech, or I need to give my speak. Okay, because while entering, the management speak to the motivational speaker that, sir, within this given amount of time, you need to complete your speech. You need to complete your PPT, whatever you are trying. Because after that, there will be a next session, and in the next session, there is another speaker. Okay, so the speaker feel that if I continue more, keeping in the mind of 15 to 20 slides or more than 25 slides, then students will going to get bored. The attention of the student will be distracted. आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा लंबे लेंथ का स्पीच लेक्चर अगर आप रखोगे, वो क्या हो जाता है, आपका जो अटेंशन पहले में रहता वो फिर खोने लगता है, धीरे धीरे हट जाता है, धीरे धीरे उतना अटेंशन नहीं दे पाता है. जिसके लिए ये बताया जाता है कि एक मिनिमम बीच का एक रास्ता निकालना होता है कि मुझे से फॉर एग्जांपल 15 to 20 स्लाइड्स में इसे कंप्लीट करना है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. अगर स्लाइड्स एकदम कम रहेगा, से फॉर एग्जांपल एनी मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर ट्राई टू गिव हिज प्रेजेंटेशन थ्रू पीपीटी. नाउ द पीपीटी कंटेन्स ऑफ ओनली 5 स्लाइड्स, too short, then the interest will be the interest will be gone among the student. And if the slides is more than of 25 to 30 slides, the students will definitely get bored. Hardly they will try to listen. They will try to make some noises. They will going out of the auditoriums. They will roam hearing and daring, not listening or not concentrating, and that is one of the most distractions, means you are creating to the speaker while delivering the lecture. So duration is very important factor. Not too short, not too long. Remember one thing. If you ask the question about the duration, then you can write it shouldn't be too long, it shouldn't be too short. The next one is training content. What should be in training content? Okay, this is another important part. What should be in training content? Training contents में क्या होना चाहिए? The amount of training an employee needs depend on their job role and the topic being covered. ठीक है? The amount of training an employee needs depend on the job role and topics being covered. Say, for example, any mechanical engineering students or any mechanical engineering employee, if that particular employee need to undergo through a training process, then it depends how is the impact of their job. What is the impact? What is the importance of their job role? What type of job he or she is doing in mechanical engineering? And keeping in that mind, you need to prepare the content. Am I clear? Say for example, इसको और थोड़ा सा clear करता हूं मैं. Say for example, I am teaching your unit 3 of training needs and importance of training part. Now, I know inside this training needs and importance of training part, lot of chapters are there which I need to cover it up. I cannot skip any single chapter of it. If I skip, then maybe you will going to face the consequences at the time of the examination. So I need to prepare my slides in such a way that I can cover the entire unit, entire chapters within the particular slide. Say, for example, you can just check my slides, not more than 10 slides I'm preparing. Whenever I prepared my PPT, it is not more than 10 slides. Up to or sufficient. Within a 10 slides, it is sufficient. If I go beyond 10 slides, maybe for a students who is taking my lectures or attending my lectures, find difficult to understand. So first of all, I need to understand the importance of the subject. I need to understand the impact of the subjects that will going to give it on you, and what are the areas that I need to cover within this particular amount of slides that is been given. The units or the chapters that has been mentioned in the syllabus, if you go through, I think that it shouldn't be within 15 to 25 slides required to complete each and every chapters. Now, if I prepare more than 20 to 25 slides for this unit, then maybe students feel that it is too very lengthy to understand. May he or she will going to lose his or her patience. Okay, so that is why you can check my slides, that whenever I prepare slides, I prepared not more, I try to make it up not more than 10 slides, and I try to cover it up within that 10 slides. Okay, this is called the training content. This is called training contents. What are the contents which is important, essential for a student? I need to give it first priority. Okay, after that I will going to see whether the remaining is important or not, and according to that I prepare the next. This is the next one is training content. Then training relevance. Another important part is training relevance. क्या है? The interest level and the relevance of the topic to the audience can affect their attention. Okay, the interest level and the relevance of the topic to the audience can affect their attention. Okay. Now, as I have told you in my earlier lecture, that too many lengthy slides or too many lengthy contents may sometimes feel bore to the many employees, too many students. I'm not going with the employees, I'm going with the students, so that the content which I'm trying to make you understand might be clear to you. Say for example, if I prepared this content more than of 25 to 30 slides, may you feel that the content is irrelevant. Okay, may you feel the content is irrelevant, not according to the mark. Okay, because if it is very easy to prepare more than 25 to 30 slides in a very detailed way, I can analyze that. But what is happened, it will not going to come out fruitful, because maybe to someone, maybe to someone, to some students it is okay, maybe to some student it is very very good, but to some student it is not fair, because they may not keep that particular interest, which for during the time when I started the class, they will keep on losing that interest as I go further with the slides. So I need to keep my mind thinking of each and every students in the class. Maybe some meritorious students are also there, mediocre students is also there, and worst student is also there. So I need to make a slides keeping in my mind, I need to prepare a topic keeping in my mind that it must be relevant topic to every one of the class sitting, to every student sitting in the class. Then only my training will be come out successful. है ना, कि अगर मैंने कोई टॉपिक तैयार किया, अगर वो टॉपिक रेलिवेंट नहीं है, ठीक है, टॉपिक मैंने तैयार किया, हो सकता है कुछ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए वो टॉपिक रेलिवेंट हो, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए वो टॉपिक एकदम बिल्कुल इररेलिवेंट हो, तो मुझे ऐसा टॉपिक तैयार करना पड़ेगा दैट वो दोनों के लिए बराबर हो। चाह कर भी वो नहीं कम नहीं कर पाएगा, मुझे उतना ही पढ़ना है जितना सर ने भेजा है, और जिसको दिया है वो तो पढ़ेगा ही डेफिनेटली, मुझे ये बीच का रास्ता अपनाना पड़ेगा। तो यहीं पर राइटर ये बात बोल रहा है कि आप कंटेंट इस तरह से चुनिए ताकि वो रेलिवेंट कंटेंट हो, और जो भी ट्रेनर्स को आप ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हो, जो भी आप एम्प्लॉयज को ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हो, हर एक एम्प्लॉयज को वो टॉपिक रेलिवेंट लगे, then only your training will be come out successful. This is called the duration of the training. Hope you understand. Then the next one is duration of the trainings to ho gaya. Now training plan or design elements of training. डिजाइन एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग क्या है? ये डिजाइन एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, लेट मी चेक, design elements of training. Now, this design elements of training, when we are designing a training program, okay, when we are designing a training program, we need to consider the following elements. We need to consider the following elements. Now, what are the elements you need to consider? First of all, you need to identify the need, access the skill, knowledge, experience of the learners. ठीक है, मुझे ये भी ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, I need to keep in my mind that whether the persons to whom I am give the training, that person is suitable for the training or not, whether he is a learner or he or she is a learner or not. I need to check that. First of all, I need to check that. ठीक है, यहां पर ये बता रहा है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नीड टू कीप योरसेल्फ अपडेटेड रिगार्डिंग दोज स्टूडेंट्स who are come down to you for the trainings, whether the students have minimum amount of knowledge on the trainings which you are going to assign, which you are going to deliver to the students, they have a minimum knowledge or not, whether they have minimum experience of that particular topic or not, Okay, whether they are learners or not. This one is important. These three are the important part: learner, experience, and learners, experience, and knowledge. Three are the important part. Then the next one is objectives. What is objective? Defining objectives. How? Clearly define the objectives of the training and what the learners will able to do after the training. You need to clarify, you need to clear out the objective. Means your goal must be clear, your objectives must be clear. Why I am giving you the training, what is the needs of this training, what will be the importance of training, and finally after this training what will be you will can do after this training. You need to deliver this objectivity or this objective clearly to the students. Okay, then only they will find interest. देखिए, इंटरेस्ट लाना स्टूडेंट्स में एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंजिंग टास्क है आज के दुनिया में, आज के दिन में, बिकॉज इन दिस आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस न्यू एरा every students know that they can have the knowledge, they can gain the knowledge, or they can learn the knowledge through their mobiles, through different apps, through different sites. Okay, that is why you need to be yourself upgraded. You need to have set the clear objectives in front of the students that okay, fine, you can learn through net, through Google, through applications, through AI, but what I am going to teach you that has the clear objective of getting a job. ओके इस तरह का ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्लियरली आपको डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा स्टूडेंट्स को, तब जाके वो इंटरेस्ट लेगा. उसके बाद क्या है? डिजाइन द ट्रेनिंग. देखो, लर्निंग्स में और टीचिंग्स में ज्यादा फर्क नहीं है. हम जब कोई चीज प्लानिंग करते हैं, ये जो मैं पढ़ा रहा हूं आपको, व्हाट आई एम टीचिंग यू, आई ऑल्सो नीड टू मेक अ डिजाइन ऑफ ईच एंड एवरी templates of my PowerPoint. If you check my PowerPoint PPT presentation, look at each and every slide. I have tried that particular slides to design, and every pictures is trying to speak something importance to you. I have a very clear visions in my mind. I have a very clear set of goals in my mind. If my goals are not clear, then I cannot clarify or clear the goals of my students also. Look at my PPTs, presentations that I am giving it to you, that ma'am has shared it with you. Each and every templates or PPT is been well designed. Look at the color combinations of each and every PPT. It nearly takes a time. Then only it going to take then only it will going to be an eye catcher for the students. Na? It is very easier for me to make a PPT of a very normal, very simple way by mentioning 2 or 3 points. My job is done. Now it is up to you whether you are learning or not. But that is not my objective. My objective is to make you clear that where are you standing, what type of trainings you are undergoing from me or taking from me, and what is your objectives. If I can clarify that objective clearly to you, then only the training will be come out successful. Is it clear? That is why designing of the training is very, very important. Okay, just to identify what the learners need to know to achieve the objective. Then comes to the next, develop the training. What is the next? Create any supporting materials. Create any supporting materials such as handouts. Okay, develop the trainings. जैसे मैंने पीपीटी आपको बताया, पीपीटीज जब आप पीपीटीज को जब फॉलो कीजिएगा, एक एक पीपीटीज को आप देखिए, मैंने बहुत अच्छी तरह से डिजाइन किया हुआ है. ठीक है, लुक एट द कलर कॉम्बिनेशंस. सम पीपीटीज में कुछ ना कुछ मैसेज दिया गया है, कुछ ना कुछ पिक्चर्स दिया गया है. वो पिक्चर कुछ ना कुछ आपको कुछ मैसेज दे रहा है. ठीक है, आप इस चीज को फॉलो कीजिएगा। तो ये जो डेवलप द ट्रेनिंग, हाउ आई कम टू नो अबाउट दिस पीपीटी, I got training myself. I got trained myself from my senior faculty. While I'm doing my pre-submission for my thesis writing or for my journal, my teacher, my senior faculty told me that this is not a way of preparing the slides. This is not a way of preparing the journals. Okay, you need to be very much cautious. You need to be very much careful. You need to keep the content impact and interesting. Then only the followers or the readers will going to take interest on this particular journal. Otherwise, you will just go on submitting the journals. Your journals will never ever going to publish. He taught us that whatever the journals you are preparing or whatever the things you are preparing, it should have clear objective. Whatever you are learning, whatever you are doing, and whatever you are teaching, it should have a clear defined goal, clear defined perspective, clear defined goal. Then only the result will come. Otherwise, then no. So he also taught me how to prepare the slides. I know how to prepare the PPTs and all, but he showed me in a different way. He showed me the structured and mannerism way that how to prepare the slides. He showed me the mannerism, that this is the mannerism, this is the objectives of preparing the slides. You know the art of designing. So first of all, I need to learn, then only I can make my students learn. Okay. उसके बाद है evaluate the trainings. Ask participant for feedback. This is important as it is, I have told you from unit 1 or day 1 that the participants and feedback form. The participant is also very important and the participants and feedback is also very important. Understood? And use this inform for future development. And this feedback will be a future development. Today or still today, when I'm taking my live classes, okay, I always try to take a feedback from my students, whether class is okay, whether you understood or not, any points that you feel that I need to repeat, please tell me. I used to means more than for 5 minutes, I used to continue this speech to my students, because if any student feel that the whatever the sir has told us is not clear to me, then whatever the things I have taught to them is all will go in vain. It is my failure. Okay, that is why feedback is very, very important. Even though I ask my student very casually that please tell me where I need to improve myself. Somebody say, no, sir, no, sir. How can I say? I insist them. No, you tell me where I need to improve myself. Then my student told me, sir, little bit, you are trying to delivering the speech or you are giving your lectures a little faster. Try to slow down the speed. And this is an important lesson I have learned from my students. Yes. And during course of my time, I feel that yes, the pace I need to keep on, I extend that pace. I go beyond that pace. Obviously, some students feel that whatever the speed that sir is using, dictating the giving the lecture, that is too fast. It should be little slowed down so that the impact of the lecture might be more fruitful what I am expecting, what the student is expecting. ये बहुत बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है फीडबैक. ठीक है. And I used to take in my live classes ekdam 100%. I never fail in taking my feedback from my students during my live classes, because they are only the eye opener for me. They will work as an eye opener for me, because I go on, I preparing my own subject in my own way. So if I prepared my subject in my own way and when I'm delivering it in front of student, then student should understand the topic in their own way also. If the two axes are meet at one point, then only the result will come 100%. Okay, so feedback is one of the most important weapon for the development, I feel. Okay, then comes to the next, then considered safety. Safety is another important part in training purpose, such as ensure the safety of the equipment, facilities, tools during the training. This is another important part. If you are giving a training to any mechanical engineering student, you need to have a setup of a means your setup must be of different, your setup must be of different equipments, your equipment are different, the tools are different, the safety must be of different. So before starting the training, you must ensure that, you must clarify that whatever the trainings I'm training, whatever the trainings I'm giving it to my employees, that should be safety. We must ensure the safety first. Okay, otherwise mishap will happen, accident will occur. Okay, and this will going to create a very bad reputation. Maybe I need to quit my job, I need to resign from my job, because it is my responsibility while giving training, that it is my responsibility that I need to check each and every equipments inside the training centers while giving the training. So during the trainings, ensure the safety first. Please ensure the safety first. Okay, then comes to the next, consider timing. It is another important part. Plan how long each activity will take. Okay, this is another important part. You need to plan yourself how much, means how long the activity will going to take, and the order in which they will be performed. Okay, for example, I'm giving you for example, if I going to give you example, it must might be more and more clear to you. In my class, suppose I have given a task in a class, and I set a time that within a 15 minutes you need to answer these three questions. Okay, within a 15 minutes you need to answer these three questions, and according to that, I used to check the time, I need to check my watch, I need to means I need to see, used to see my watch, how many students are there in the class who have completed the given time, and how many remaining students are there who fail to submit their assignment or projects or homework or whatever I have given to them, classwork, on time. Okay, and according to that, I need to work on that. According to that, I need to work. Say, for example, 45% of the student or 50% of the student successful in submitting within a 15 minutes of time, whatever the classwork I have given to them. Remaining 50% or remaining 20%, they fail to submit. Now, why it happened? I need to find out that. And according to that, I need to set the training. Then only my training, my kits, my equipment will be come out successful. Okay, this is called consider timing. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने कोई टाइम सेट नहीं किया है और मैं घंटों तक बिना कुछ सोचे समझे पढ़ाए जा रहा हूं। ये मैं नहीं सोच रहा हूं कि सामने वाले जो मुझे सुन रहे हैं उनको कितना समझ में आ रहा है, उनको समझ में आ रहा है भी नहीं आ रहा है, ये मेरा देखना नहीं है। तो ये फिर कभी सक्सेसफुल ट्रेनिंग नहीं हो पाता। आई नीड टू ऑब्जर्व, आई नीड टू गेट फीडबैक, आई नीड टू गेट चेक each and every individual students whether he or she is paying attention on my topic, on my discussion, on my training or not, then only my training will come out successful. Is it clear? उसके बाद लास्ट है यूज विजुअल्स। लास्ट है यूज विजुअल्स। व्हाट इज दिस? इनकॉर्पोरेट विजुअल एड्स। इनकॉर्पोरेट विजुअल एड्स कैसा, क्या क्या विजुअल एड्स हो सकता है? सच एज इमेजेस। Images in the sense you can project an images through a projector, you can create an images that might find some new interest among the students. Teaching को अगर हम इंटरेस्टिंग वे में बनाना चाहते हैं तो हमें इस तरह का हेल्प इनकॉर्पोरेट करना पड़ेगा हमारे ट्रेनिंग्स में, हमारे फैकल्टीज में। अभी ये चीज बहुत ज्यादा मायने रखता है। कोई भी यूनिवर्सिटी, कोई भी कॉलेजेस में आप देख लीजिए, ये चीज सब हमें इनकॉर्पोरेट रखना पड़ेगा टू फाइंड इंटरेस्ट अमंग द स्टूडेंट्स। If I go on giving the lectures and after hour and hour, it is of no use. Okay, such as diagrams एक और अच्छा चीज है स्टूडेंट्स को बांधने के लिए, स्टूडेंट को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने के लिए, स्टूडेंट मतलब डिस्कशंस को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने के लिए कुछ डायग्राम्स, कुछ इमेजेस, पिक्चर्स हमें प्रोजेक्ट करना पड़ेगा। देन माइंड मैपिंग्स करना पड़ेगा। माइंड मैप इज अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। माइंड मैप according to the pictures, according to the visual images that has been projected, you need to keep on the mind maps of the student. What is there going on inside their mind? You need to go on asking them the questions. आपको क्वेश्चन पूछना पड़ेगा। Looking at this picture, what is the first impressions that comes to your mind? Explain me. Okay, interactions अगर दोनों के बीच बराबर होगा ना, तब जाके वो क्लास सक्सेसफुल होता है। ठीक है, अभी क्या है, आपको हार्ड वर्क नहीं, आपको अभी स्मार्ट वर्क करना पड़ेगा। रिमेंबर वन थिंग, कोई भी मैनेजमेंट में आप चले जाइए, ज्वाइन कीजिए, यू नीड टू डू स्मार्ट वर्क, नॉट हार्ड वर्क। हार्ड वर्क आप कर सकते हो अपने में, लेकिन कोई एक जगह जाके जहां पर आपको कुछ काम दिया गया है, वर्क असाइन किया गया है, वहां पर आप हार्ड वर्क नहीं, आप स्मार्ट वर्क कीजिए। दैट विल गोइंग टू जनरेट मोर एंड मोर रेवेन्यूज फॉर द कंपनी ऑल्सो एंड फॉर यू ऑल्सो। कि दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट और दिस पर्टिकुलर एम्प्लॉय नो हाउ टू गिव अ स्मार्ट वर्क। स्मार्ट वर्क इसको बहुत जबरदस्त आता है, तब आपको ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल मिलेगा। ये नहीं कि आप हार्ड वर्क करते रहो, हार्ड वर्क अपने में कीजिए, लेकिन जब आपको कोई काम असाइन किया गया है, आप उसमें स्मार्ट वर्क कीजिए। एम आई क्लियर? स्मार्ट वर्क वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। Infographics is another images or another incorporate visual aids. Infographics, okay, charts, diagrams, Venn diagrams, okay, then what is graphs and videos. Another important part, videos is another. Short story, short videos, short motivational videos. This will going to incorporate, you need to incorporate all these things which help the learners to understand and retain information. This will going to understand and it will going to retain the information. ठीक है, तो ये सब है डिफरेंट ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स और उसका एलिमेंट्स। अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग, दीज आर द डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स of learning, different elements. Number one, identify the needs. Number two, objectives. Number three, designing the training, develop the training, evaluate the training, consider safety, consider timing, use visuals. These are the 6 important elements of designing training or giving trainings. ओके, तो हमारे इश्यूज ऑफ ट्रेनिंग हो गया, लोकेशन हो गया, ड्यूरेशन ऑफ ट्रेनिंग हो गया, डिजाइनिंग ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग हो गया। नाउ स्ट्रेटजीज ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, strategies of training, strategies of training, this is another important part. What should be the strategies of training? Okay, what should be the strategies of the training? First of all, some strategies are, first of all, you need to identify the skill gaps. Where are the requirement of the skills? Where the gaps are there, you need to identify first of all. उसके बाद you need to, according to the gaps and according to the requirement, you need to plan the trainings. For training, you need to plan. After that, align with the business strategies. After that, you need to develop a business strategy. Okay, after that, blended learning, mentoring, gamification, analyze impact, collective learning, and the last but not the least is communication. These are some important training strategies. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रेनिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज ये है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अपना गैप्स कहां आपको इंप्रूव करना पड़ेगा, वेयर यू नीड टू बी डेवलप, वेयर यू नीड टू बी ट्रेन्ड during the for your long term strategies, where you need to develop, where you need to train. First of all, you need to identify that. After that, according to the identifications of the trainings that you need to undergo a training, you need to plan for a training, you need to have the objectives, you need should have resources, you should understand who are the employees that need to have this training, what are their roles, what are their performance, what are their performance after training. You need to make a plan of this, and after that you need to align with business strategies. Okay, this is another important part, align with the business strategies. क्या है वो? ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम शुड अलाइन विद द कंपनीज बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव्स टू हेल्प अचीविंग लॉन्ग टर्म गोल्स। आपको अगर कोई भी फील्ड में, ये सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग की बात नहीं हो रहा है, फैक्ट बता रहा हूं, कोई भी फील्ड में आपको अगर अपना गोल को लॉन्ग टर्म करना है तो आपको ये बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज, ये ट्रेनिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज को अपनाना ही पड़ेगा। देन ओनली यू कैन सर्वाइव फॉर अ लॉन्ग रन। और शॉर्ट गोल के लिए तो फिर वो शॉर्टकट तरीका वो ज्यादा दिन तो रहता नहीं है, वो एक दो दिन में या एक महीने में आपका फिर वो फ्यूज हो जाता है। तो बात यही है, इफ यू वांट टू कीप yourself in a long run, then you need to align with business strategies. आजकल आप एक चीज गौर कीजिएगा, आजकल बहुत सारे यूनिवर्सिटीज में, बहुत सारे कॉलेजेस में, स्कूल्स में आजकल जो स्ट्रेटेजीज को इंप्लीमेंट किया गया है ना, वो सारा स्ट्रेटेजीज ना बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज से इंप्लीमेंट किया गया है। बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज को फॉलो किया जा रहा है अपना लेवल्स को बढ़ाने के लिए। ठीक है, बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज। बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज क्या है? बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज एक ऐसा स्ट्रेटेजीज है जो आपको लॉन्ग टर्म गोल के लिए तैयार करते रहेगा। लॉन्ग टर्म गोल फॉर अ लॉन्ग टर्म। जैसे हम बैंक में फिक्स डिपॉजिट करते हैं, कितने साल के लिए? 5 साल, 10 साल, 15 साल, 20 साल, 25 साल के लिए करते हैं। रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट हमको मिलते रहता है। क्यों? लॉन्ग टर्म फ्यूचर के लिए। हमें एक महीने के अंदर पैसा नहीं उठाना है, हमें इसे लॉन्ग रन के लिए रखना है। क्यों? इन फ्यूचर वो हमें फिर मदद करेगा, इन फ्यूचर वो एक बड़ा प्लांट बनेगा, वो एक बड़ा अमाउंट बनेगा, हम फिर लॉन्ग रन में उसे सर्वाइव कर पाएंगे। Okay, these are the business strategies. Now, every school and colleges I have told you, they are implementing the strategies, business strategies. Apart from that, blended learnings. What is this blended learning? Teaching and training techniques. आजकल जो पढ़ाई हो गया है ना, वो ट्रेनिंग एंड टीचिंग दोनों हो गया है, a mixing of both. Now, suppose you see this factor only. I've been assigned to teach you an MBA classes. Okay, now I am giving you the training advices also. Apart from that, I am giving you the teaching also. Training in the sense, how I am giving you the training in the sense, I am incorporated both training and teaching methods. Training means I am supplying you the materials. This is the training part. Supplying the materials means I am sharing the PPTs. I am sharing you the notes. Okay, I am sharing you images, videos with you. Okay, this is at the training part. And teaching, I am explaining those videos, I am explaining those PPTs, each and everything. This is the combination, this is called blending, or this is called the pairing of teaching and learning. And this mixing is will going to give you a fruitful result for a longer period of time. Then the next one is mentoring. What is mentoring? Training delivery method where an employee is trained and developed by experienced mentor. Mentor means a guide, a coach, a trainer who will train you according to your merit. This is called mentor. Then gamification. This is another important method, a training method that uses concepts and principles for games to make training more engaging and stimulating. It's just for the student. Okay, gamification is just for the students purpose. How? They will going to make you learn through different games. जैसे हम किड्जी, बच्चों का स्कूल, इन्फेंट, जो जब बच्चे छोटे वो प्ले स्कूल में जाते हैं, उनको सिखाने कैसे सिखाते, पढ़ते पढ़ते या खेलते खेलते सीखना होता है। ठीक है, हम जैसे we used we means in during our school days we are not been so much acquainted with this play school and all. Nowadays it has been very much what you can say a big business play school. Lot of areas are there where they are running a play school. Now what is this play school? Play school means the kids below 2 means more than 2.5 or 3 years, they will first of all go to the play school and they will going to play there, and within during their playing they used to learn. Okay, now this is going to help the students, okay, to attend the school. हम जब बच्चे थे स्कूल जाने के लिए रोते थे, our father and mother used to tell us, when I was in school I was literally crying to go to the school. But nowadays the students are not crying going to the school. Why? Because the parents know that before means I enroll them in the school, they first of all we need our kids to be in the play school, and in the play school they find lot of interest. Okay, they are every day they are going and playing with their friends and they are learning something different. This is called gamification, means you need to learn through playing. After that, analyze impact, a step that shows that ROI, okay, ROI of training, reason of interest of training, and ensure the value to the organization in easy to convey. Okay, after that, collective learning, a learning strategy that allows students to learn from each other through interactive methods such as brainstorming sessions, peer reviews, role play games, and puzzles. Okay, this is called collective learning. Brainstorming, okay, some sessions, peer review, online games, role playing games, and puzzles, sudokus. These are the collective learning methods. Okay, they will open up your minds. It will open up your means different level of your means scales of your brain. Okay, the last one part is very important. That is communication part. That is communication part. A vital skill for trainers who use verbal and non-verbal cues to transfer knowledge, explain concept, offer feedback, and promote learning. Okay, communication. This is another important part. This one is vital for the skill for the trainers who use verbal and non-verbal cues or clues to transfer knowledge, explain concept, offer feedback, and promote learning. So these are the areas collectively, if we follow these training strategies, we can easily identify our gaps and we can easily fill up those gaps and we can go for a long run. In a long run, we can survive for a long run, longer period of time, we can survive. Okay, that is why nowadays there is a incorporate with learning and teaching just to retain in the industry. If you want to retain in the industry, and in the concluding part I am saying that if you want to retain in the industry, you must know the art of skill. You must learn or you must update yourself with a skill, then only you can survive, otherwise not. आप अगर लॉन्ग रन में सरवाइव करना चाहते हो, आप अगर लॉन्ग रन में सरवाइव करना चाहते हो, आपको सीखना पड़ेगा, स्किल डेवलप करना पड़ेगा। स्किल को जितना आप शार्प कीजिएगा, लॉन्ग रन में उतना ही आपको फायदा पहुंचाएगा। अदरवाइज आपको फिर या तो उस कंपनी से निकाल दिया जाएगा या फिर आपको दूसरा जॉब ढूंढना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, तो इसीलिए आज की जनरेशन्स में आप देखिएगा, चाहे वो किसी भी सेक्टर में हो, बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज को सबसे ज्यादा अडॉप्ट कर रहा है, सबसे ज्यादा बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज को अडॉप्ट कर रहा है। आप जितना ज्यादा बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज को अडॉप्ट कीजिएगा उतना ही आपको फ्रूटफुल रिजल्ट मिलेगा। आजकल वो पुराने वाला जो जमाना वो गया, आजकल लर्निंग का बहुत इनोवेटिव कंसेप्ट आ गया है। लर्निंग, ट्रेनिंग्स, business strategies, each and everything, then only you can learn, then only you can sharpen your skill. If you sharpen your skill, then only you can survive for a longer run. So here we comes to the end of this unit 3. यूनिट 3 में और कुछ नहीं है, आज यहां यूनिट 3 कंप्लीट हो गया. थैंक यू वेरी मच मैम फॉर हैविंग पेशेंस एंड गिविंग मी द टाइम. थैंक यू वेरी मच मैम वंस अगेन. इसीलिए आज यूनिट 3 पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया, पूरा कंप्लीट. अब कुछ नहीं, अब सेकंड पे स्टार्ट करेंगे. मैम मैं कल आपको इसका भेज दूंगा पीपीटी. हाँ, आप शेयर कर दीजिएगा. थैंक यू मैम.